The truth behind every green card holder, latest changes in U.S. immigration rules. In a world where borders are tightening and immigration policies are shifting faster than ever, one thing remains certain: the green card is a coveted ticket to stability, opportunity, and freedom in the United States. But what happens when those very rules start to change unexpectedly? How do these new policies impact millions of lawful permanent residents who have built their lives in the U.S.? If you're a green card holder or someone planning to become one, this is the crucial information you cannot afford to ignore. Welcome to Travel Tree, your trusted source for all things travel, immigration, and expatriate life. Today, we're diving deep into the latest, most significant updates about green card regulations in the United States, what they mean for you, how they might affect your plans, and what steps you should take to stay compliant and protected. Stay tuned, because knowledge is power, and in this game-changing landscape, being informed could be the difference between peace of mind and unexpected legal hurdles. The buzz around green cards: why are the rules changing? Over the past few months, news about U.S. immigration policies has been flooding social media, news outlets, and community forums. The central theme? The U.S. government is implementing new measures aimed at tightening the criteria for green card eligibility, improving national security, and addressing concerns about green card abuse and misuse. The core reasons cited by authorities include: enhancing national security, to prevent fraud, misuse, and security threats. Ensuring fair immigration practices, to prioritize genuine immigrants who contribute to the economy. Addressing immigration backlogs, to streamline processes and reduce waiting times. Preventing green card abuse, such as misuse for visa trafficking or fraudulent claims. While these objectives sound reasonable, the practical implications for green card holders are profound. Many are worried about how these changes might restrict their mobility, affect their permanent resident status, or complicate their future plans in the U.S. What are the latest changes in green card rules? Let's analyze the most recent updates that are making headlines. 1. Revised residency requirements and continuous stay rules. One of the most notable changes involves stricter enforcement of the physical presence and residency requirements for maintaining green card status. New physical presence mandate: green card holders are now expected to be physically present in the U.S. for at least 180 days within a rolling 12-month period to avoid losing their status. Previously, minor absences were tolerated, but now, even short trips abroad could jeopardize their status if they cumulatively exceed this limit. Abandonment of residency: the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, has increased scrutiny regarding absences from the U.S. that could be deemed abandonment of permanent residence. Trips longer than 6 months may trigger questions about whether the individual intended to abandon their green card. 2. Enhanced screening for reentry and travel restrictions. Travel restrictions and increased security checks are now more rigorous. Mandatory reentry permits: green card holders planning to stay outside the U.S. for more than 1 year must obtain a reentry permit before leaving. Failure to do so can result in presumed abandonment of residence, risking denial upon return. Increased background checks: the U.S. government is conducting more thorough background investigations for green card applicants and even for those already holding the status, especially if they have traveled recently or have certain flagged backgrounds. Travel bans and restrictions. Certain nationals face tighter scrutiny or restrictions based on national security concerns. Although these are not outright bans, they complicate travel plans for some individuals. 3. New rules on green card renewals and conditional residency. For conditional green card holders, those granted as part of marriage-based or investment-based programs, the renewal process has become more stringent. Conditional removal of conditions: applicants now need to provide more detailed evidence of their relationship or investment activity to remove conditions, with increased scrutiny on their eligibility. Longer processing times: USCIS has reported delays in processing renewal and removal of conditions, creating uncertainty for green card holders approaching the expiration of their conditional status. 4. Changes in eligibility and pathways to citizenship. The pathway from green card to U.S. citizenship has also seen some adjustments. Additional requirements for naturalization. New rules emphasize continuous physical presence, language proficiency, and civic knowledge, with stricter enforcement and more rigorous testing. Limitations on certain categories. Some categories, such as those with criminal records or immigration violations, now face increased scrutiny or potential disqualification. 5. Increased focus on immigration fraud and enforcement actions. The U.S. government has ramped up enforcement. Audits and investigations. Random audits of green card holders' compliance with residency rules are more common. Deportation and removal proceedings. Individuals found in violation of rules, such as exceeding permissible absences or committing immigration fraud, are now more likely to face deportation. How do these changes affect green card holders? Understanding these modifications is crucial because they directly influence your rights, obligations, and future plans. 1. Travel restrictions and risks. Many green card holders are now hesitant to travel abroad due to fears of losing their status. If you spend too much time outside the U.S., or fail to secure reentry permits, authorities might classify your absence as abandonment of residence. Key takeaway: always plan international travel carefully, keep documentation of your ties to the U.S., and obtain reentry permits for extended stays abroad. 2. Potential for losing green card due to absences. Long absences can trigger a presumption of abandonment, leading to possible loss of permanent residence. This is especially critical for individuals who travel frequently or plan to stay abroad for extended periods. Advice: limit trips outside the U.S. to less than 6 months whenever possible, and keep evidence of your ongoing ties such as employment, property, family, and community involvement. 3. Renewal and conditional residency challenges. Delays and stricter scrutiny mean that renewal processes are more complex. Conditional residents, particularly those with marriage or investment-based green cards, should prepare all necessary documentation well in advance. Tip: consult an immigration attorney for guidance on preparing your case and understanding the latest documentation requirements. 4. Impact on future citizenship. Stricter rules on physical presence and language proficiency could extend the timeline for naturalization or create additional hurdles. This may affect your plans to become a U.S. citizen. Recommendation: maintain detailed records of your physical presence, community involvement, and language skills to facilitate the naturalization process. 5. Increased enforcement and risks of deportation. Violating any of the new rules, even unintentionally, could lead to investigations, audits, or deportation proceedings. Proactive step: stay informed about your rights and obligations, and consult legal experts if you suspect you might be at risk. Practical tips for green card holders in light of the new rules. Navigating the evolving landscape of U.S. immigration law requires vigilance and strategic planning. Here are essential tips. 1. Maintain strong ties to the U.S. Keep employment, property, or community ties active. File U.S. tax returns annually. Maintain a U.S. bank account and driver's license. 2. Travel smart. Limit international trips to less than 6 months. For trips exceeding 1 year, obtain a re-entry permit before departure. Keep documentation of your travel and ties to the U.S. 3. Document everything. Carry your green card always, and travel with both a passport and, if applicable, dual nationality documentation. Travel only with a clean record, avoid international trips if you have unresolved legal or immigration issues. Calculate dependent children's eligibility under the new CSPA rules if you're wondering about aging out. Monitor USCIS announcements for the law enforcement expansion, set to take effect in roughly 30 days. Consult Immigration Counsel if in doubt, especially before any non-essential travel. Have backups, digital copies, attorney contact info, a re-entry strategy, and even documentation about your permanent residency rationale. We're living through an era where being a green card holder no longer guarantees seamless travel or peace of mind. Enforcement is intensifying, documentation is mandatory, family eligibility is increasingly fragile, and even safe return to home soil can feel uncertain. If you're holding a green card today, every trip abroad must be weighed carefully. Knowledge, preparedness, and vigilance are your strongest allies. As travel content creators and educators, our role is more vital than ever. You're not just sharing journeys, you're guiding people through evolving geopolitical and regulatory landscapes. If this video helped you, even a bit, share it with someone considering travel, or those navigating green card status. And don't forget to subscribe to Travel Tree, where informed travel meets safe journeys. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep exploring.